Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Rabioba. As always, I have another interesting topic to analyze and share with you guys. If you haven't subscribed, darling, what are you waiting for? Go and subscribe so you don't miss out any episode. Today's topic is how to be the best parent to your teenage boys. Yes, we are going to focus on boys. They are not the same as girls. Their emotion, the way they cope and deal with issues are different. I'm going to give you or explain the issues that boys encounter first. Then we talk about the tips how to help navigate through these problems. My name is Rabi. I am a nurse, a businesswoman, a philanthropist, mom, wife, and a storyteller. If you haven't known this already, I think I'm sounding like a broken record now. But it's just for the benefit of new viewers who are coming and wondering, who is she? So, that's me. I wear so many hats, just like many of you. But this is where I bring them all together. In this space, we explore real life issues that affect our everyday lives, from health to family, to business, community, and human experiences in between. Sometimes it's personal, sometimes it's practical, but be rest assured that it's always honest and beneficial. You will always pick one or two things, and sometimes we do have guests who also come on the platform to share their knowledge with us. So subscribe so you don't miss out anything, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Now let's dive into today's topic: how to be the best parent for your teenage boys. I am going to be talking about 3 specific areas that boys handle differently from girls. Number 1 is expression of stress. How do they express themselves when they're dealing with stress? Number 2 is coping style. How do they cope? And number 3 is society and cultural influence. Because they are boys, these things are different how they handle it when it is a girl. And sometimes when you are a single parent or you find yourself raising up a boy child all by yourself, it's imperative that you understand things from their own point of view and understand why they are behaving certain way. Because as a parent in general, you can only support and help when you understand where the behavior is coming from. Then you'll be able to give them the support that they required. So let's get started. First, I said expression of stress. Boys are less likely to talk about what is bothering them, unlike girls. You know, girls, when you just look at their mood, especially like I've mentioned in my old video, how to be a good parent to your teenage kids, is about communication, creating a safe environment, and doing all that. So having that already in place, these are extra things you do to focus on the particular gender that you have and in your home. How do boys express stress? They are more likely to show anger and aggression and isolation. When they are angry, they're dealing with stress, they will just lash out. They can become aggressive, they can break things, they will kick things and all that. That's not just rudeness. I know sometimes, especially we Africans, we come from a place where we are well disciplined to the extent that you cannot express yourself how you would have loved to express yourself when you are angry. But now you find yourself in this generation where when kids are angry, especially boys, that's what they do. They'll break things, they kick things. When they get frustrated, they bang things up. And it's not just rudeness, it's just expression of stress. And like I also say, they are less likely to talk about it. Boys don't talk too much. When they are not happy, they are dealing with stress, they would rather just isolate themselves, go and lock themselves up in the room and not talk about it. It's important that you know that as a parent, that this is how they express stress. And number 2 is coping style. How do they cope? When girls are dealing with stress, probably they will watch a movie, they want to yap about it, they want to talk about it, they will make journals, they will make stuff like that. But boys, no, they want to distract themselves. This is why they will go and start playing video games. So they can lock themselves up in the room whole day playing video games. It's just a sign of distraction for them. Some can just face sports, they will just start being very, very active, and that is just them blocking their head and staying away from all trouble. They want to either be doing running or any other athletic things. They will just develop interest into those kind of areas. Some can be in denial. And when you're in denial, you don't want to accept the fact that there's nothing, no problem. You're dealing with everything. Everything is fine. You don't want to talk about it. Like I said, because they don't talk, they're just developing different methods of coping just to deal with whatever they are going through. And also, they can also start having unhealthy behaviors or developing unhealthy behaviors, which is bottling things up. When you don't talk about things, you bottle them up. You have nobody to talk to, or they feel like they have nobody to talk to, or they start taking risk behavior, doing risky things. It's all part of dealing with stress. They will start doing things that you will not imagine, like they will put their life at risk. That's boys for you. That is just because there are things going on in their life and they feel like this is the only way I'll get distracted, I'll make myself happy. They start taking serious risk. If they see car racing, somebody that cannot drive will enter into a car and say he's going to do a car racing. Somebody that cannot do certain kind of sports, they will go and do they will go and take big risk that's going to put their life in danger. And that's what boys do. Not because they hate themselves, not because they hate you or they want to stress you as a parent, but this is the way they cope with stress. So it's important you know this. And the third thing is social and cultural influence. We teach boys to man up, to not show emotions. Just teach them that there's no room for being gentle and being weak. So you just have to always show that you are bold. And this can lead to suppressed emotions. This is why some of them can find themselves in a very difficult situation and they don't know how to open up. They don't know how to talk about it because they feel like if they do, it's going to make them less of a man. It's important that you start educating your boys, telling them that it's okay. Even superheroes can ask for help. Even the strongest man can ask for help. If you are stronger, asking for help doesn't mean you are weak. Asking for help doesn't make you less of a man. We need to normalize this kind of behavior with our boys. What are the tips now? How can you now help them deal with all these issues that I have mentioned? You need to make sure you encourage them to express their emotions. Just as I have mentioned not long ago. Let them express themselves. If they want to cry, let them cry. If they want to talk, let them talk. Encourage them to talk so that they will not bottle things up. If they want to even talk, you say, are you not a man? Are you not a boy? You are just so useless. We start talking down on them even before we hear them out. So it's important that we create that environment for them where they can express themselves and talk about things that are concerning them, and make it normalized in our home environment that they can ask for help when they need it. Nobody is a superhero for everything. It's okay for them to get stuck and say, I don't understand this. Can I get help with this? Can I get help with this? We need to just normalize it so that they know that this is a normal behavior. That way they will grow and have that in their mindset. And as a parent, you need to be able to create a safe, judgment-free environment for your kids to be able to air out their concerns without any fear of judgment. Because if you are judging them at home, tell me, why would they come back again to you to tell you their problems? You need to be able to listen to them. Boys, when they are stressed, they don't know how to manage stress. They don't know where to go and ask for help. This is why sometimes they turn out to be using substances. Just all these are coping mechanisms. You need to bring your kids close to you and be having conversations. If you're not having conversations, you won't know what is going on. This open communication, don't always wait for them to be the one to come and talk to you, or wait for only when there is problem. You think that that's when you will now start asking questions because you've seen them, they've isolated themselves, they are no longer talking, they are no longer themselves before you ask questions. You have to have everyday conversations. When they come, they're happy. Ask them, oh, why are you happy? What's happening? Share the good. Do you mind sharing the good news? Play role. Be active. That way, they will not distance themselves from you. Because you see, once you allow them to put that layer of fence in between you and them, it's very difficult to remove that fence because the trust is no longer there. It's gone. The liberty or the connection is no longer there. How are you now going to rebuild those things again? Now that you have the chance, now that you have the opportunity, speak to them, bring them close, talk to them, know what their problems are, what they are dealing with. And I know, one, I will tell you, because I am a parent, and I'll tell you this, we can get very angry when we expect more from our kids and they are not doing what we expect them to do. You're working hard, you are giving them everything. You think that because in your head that is everything, by providing house and giving them food, shelter, buying all the gadgets that they need, buying all the clothes that they need, taking them to holidays, and in your own mind you're doing the best for them. And the least you expect from them, it's good behavior. And when they're not giving you that good behavior, I know it can be frustrating. I have been there. I'm not telling you that it is easy, but you have to have this intentional effort. Be intentional and push yourself. Don't act like you are the parent. It's not going to take you anywhere, because they are dealing with their own things. A lot of things that they do is not deliberate. It's just what is happening in their head, what their little brain is telling them to do, and then you have the peer pressure outside there. A whole lot of things going on. Their body is changing, and they're trying to even understand themselves. As a parent, just always put your ego aside and know that you're helping someone who is trying to figure out life, who is trying to understand what's going on. I know we get mad, and when we get mad, we become very harsh. We want to punish them. We want to now keep to ourselves and thinking that that's a good way. That is not a good way forward. It doesn't help in any way. Put your parental ego out at the side and push yourself and be intentional. Always ask what's happening. They're happy, they're sad, whatever is happening every day. Have conversations every day. When they go out to school, they come back, ask them how was your day. Ask questions, open questions that will make them talk and talk and talk. Once they're free and open with you, there's nothing that you will not know that's happening in their life. That way you'll be able to guide them right. Because what happens with most of our kids is they are not getting the guidance they need from you. And at the end of the day, they copy other people, they copy their friends, and do whatever they want to pick on the street, on the movies, on social media. That place will now become their source of advice or source of information or direction, when it should be you that's in the house. You have a lot to do. It's your responsibility. It's not about keeping malice. I don't talk to my son anymore. He's turned to a bad boy. He's this, that's me done. Thank God I don't have only one kid. Thank God I don't have only one boy. That's a very wrong mentality. It's your responsibility and you need to do your best. I know that sometimes we do our best, still it feels like it's not enough. But do your best so that your conscience are clear. You know that you've done everything. It's not just about the money, the physical. It's that emotional support that they need, and the guidance and the communication, the connection. That's what they need. Try all these tips, and hopefully I'll see you again. Feel free to like, comment, and share. Let me see your thoughts in the comment section, and I will see you again soon. Have a lovely day. Bye.